Hey everyone, Oily Mama K here, also known as Nikki Crop if you know me in real life, but if you know me here, hi. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. I have a few minutes and I want to take an opportunity to cover a subject that I have actually been wanting to cover for quite some time, and I finally took a few minutes to put everything together, and I wanted to share with you all about essential oils and getting a good night's sleep. So, a little bit about me. I'm the mother of three wonderful boys. My oldest just turned 18, and up until a couple of years ago, I didn't get much sleep at all for probably about 18 years. Um, from being up with babies when they were little to trying to squeeze everything into a day because I'm also a working mom, from just stressors and finding poor coping skills for energy that ended up disrupting my sleep. I would literally go some nights, maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and they weren't even good solid sleep. They would be broken up. And that was my life for probably about 15 years or so. A couple of years ago, essential oils came into my life due to an accident that my husband had, and they have been working wonders with us ever since. And sleep has definitely been one of those things that has greatly improved for me and for the rest of the members of my family. But for myself, right off the bat, from my premium starter kit with Young Living, I took Stress Away and Lavender and used the two of them together. And that really was the start of my process to finding a great night's sleep. So bear with me. I'm going to look down every once in a while because I did make a lot of notes for this because there's so much I wanted to cover. Sleep is so, so important. Sleep is like the basis for all your health and your wellness and your energy in life. And when you don't get good sleep, your immune system takes hits, your stress level goes up, your patience goes down, and everything just goes in the crapper. It's the honest to God truth. If you're not getting good sleep, and it's impacting everything else in your life in a negative fashion. So, why aren't you getting a good night's sleep? Is it that you are taking stress home with you each day, that you literally can't shut your brain down? I know that used to be me. I could be exhausted, and as soon as I lie down in bed, all of a sudden my brain likes to make lists of everything I have to do for the next 3 days, or all the things I didn't get done over the last 2 days. And my brain was not my best friend when it came to sleep. So, um, for me, like I said, it was a lot of things. Um, Long story short, I was working very long hours and not allowing myself to get enough sleep. And then I started drinking a lot of caffeine. I am not a coffee girl. I am actually a Diet Pepsi kind of girl, which is even worse for all the junk and chemicals that are in it. And I was drinking 1 to 2 liters of Diet Pepsi a day. That is not an exaggeration. That is how much I was drinking every single day. And that was so that I could stay alert and awake and be functional. But then at night, even though I was exceptionally tired, that caffeine is still running through my system and was having a detrimental effect on my sleep. So, lavender and stress away, like I said, happened to be the two oils that I turned to first. They were the ones that came in the starter kit that I was familiar with. I was able to look up. I had them on hand, and I did not put them in my diffuser right away. So let me rewind and say that not all essential oils work the same way for all people. And my husband, when we first started using essential oils, was not on board. He used to call them voodoo witchcraft. So now things have changed. He uses oils all day and every day. He is just as oily as I am. But even to this day, we do not use and appreciate the same sleep oils. So having something like a diffuser like this behind me would not necessarily work for me and my husband, because I knew that if I put that on with the oils that I liked, that he would get agitated and he, would grumble, and he would have fought essential oils coming into our lives more than he did. So I appreciated his boundaries and did not use a diffuser in our room. There are different ways that you can actually use oils at bedtime. So you can use a diffuser, just like the one behind me. You could use a diffuser necklace like the one I wear. I don't actually wear my necklace to bed, but I wear it every single day from the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed. There are other diffusers out there. I will show you my son's. This is new through Young Living. This just came out at convention this year, the 25th anniversary of Young Living. His name is Feather, and he's super awesome, super easy diffuser. I'm just going to show you this guy real quick because he is so cool. So super simple. He comes open, put the water in, put the oil in, pop him back on. Now, as you see, I don't have him plugged in right now, so he's not going to show all his cool features, but touching his toes actually turns him on and changes him different colors. And on top of that, we have music in the background and also other natural sounds. So they have like raindrop and some gentle music, and then they have some sounds of nature. There's also a volume button on here, so you can turn it up to the right level for you or your child, whoever happens to be using this. But I absolutely love Feather. I'm a big fan of his. Feather happens to run all night. Even when the diffusing stops, then the sound and the light continue. So if you have a child who needs like white noise in their room or yourself, Feather's a good one to have. For me, however, and you can mock me all you will, but this is my diffuser at bedtime. This is my Fox. And what I do is actually I bought a little collar for him from the dollar store, and I put the oils right on here. So when I'm sleeping, I literally hold on to him and I can smell the oils. And then in the morning, as soon as my alarm goes off, I tuck him right underneath my pillow. That way I'm not continuing to smell the oils, and I can allow myself to wake up, because getting up in the morning is not my favorite thing to do in the world, and I need to do whatever I can to help it be easier. So this is what I started to use, and I honestly, to this day, still use him. It works really well. Like I said, I can put any oils I want on him and not disturb my husband. I don't have to like invade the whole space with a diffuser of my choice. There are times when we actually will agree on the scent that we want to have diffusing in the bedroom, but that's not every single night. So I have my little Fox. You can also do something like a bedroom spray or a bed spray with any type of oils that you would like. Add some water, add a little sprinkle of Himalayan salt to help the oil immerse into the water. Give a little shake, spray your pillows, spray your favorite blanket, sheets, whatever you want to do. The oils don't stain. Okay, you're using maybe 5 drops in a 10-ounce bottle. So you're not going to be getting like oil spots and things like that on your clothing. So you don't have to worry about that either. So that's the ways we can diffuse. If you are going to use a diffuser, now the 2 diffusers I'm showing you right now are actually from Young Living, but other stores do sell diffusers. If you go somewhere else, just make sure that it is a cold mist diffuser. You do not want heat. Heat destroys the therapeutic qualities of an essential oil. Okay, so that heat is bad. Don't do it. Go with the cold mist. Okay, just there you go. Okay, so we talked about the diffusers. We talked about the diffuser necklace, bed spray, and also you can apply the oil. So this is another thing that I do on a regular basis. I actually have a favorite oil that I like to apply at night. Like I told you earlier, Stress Away and Lavender were my go-to combo when I first started, but I have branched out, and one of my favorites to apply, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more later, is Tranquil. I love this roller. I actually literally will apply it right across my chest. I'm breathing it in all night. It smells wonderful to me, and I get amazing sleep. So I told you originally I was getting 3 to 4 hours, not exaggerating. That's how much I was getting every single night. I get between 6 to 7 hours solid sleep every single night. I could get more if I could actually get myself to go to bed earlier, but that's another issue that the oils cannot seem to help with. I've tried to find an oil to get 26 hours in a day, and there isn't one yet. So I will accept my 6 to 7 hours of good sleep every single night. I feel amazing. I don't need caffeine anymore. Yes, I do still on occasion partake in it, but I don't need it. It's amazing the difference it has played. My immune system is stronger. I'm not getting sick as often. And with 3 kids and a husband who's an EMT, that is a tough obstacle to get through because they're bringing home everything. But I don't. I stay healthy. I don't have brain fog as much as I used to. I definitely can think clearer. My patience is definitely better. I'm not yelling as much as I used to. So all in all, I feel like this sleep has really helped me to be the better person that I am. So now to tap into a little bit of the science. So if you're a green personality and you love like the details of how everything works, this is just a little bit of a breakdown for you. So inhaling essential oils actually stimulates the olfactory system. And the part of that's basically the part of the nose and the brain. And as the molecules reach up into the brain, they affect the limbic system, which is linked to the emotions, heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress, and hormone balance. So when you're breathing in an oil, it's touching on all of those things. So again, you want to make sure that you are using good quality oils. Please, 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 please don't ever go to a box store or a drugstore and buy essential oils there. You are not going to get a good quality, and you are going to get a lot of extra add-ins that you're not expecting, and you are breathing them in just like you're breathing in the essential oils. So that being said, when essential oils are applied to the skin, their components are absorbed into the bloodstream by the pores and the hair follicles. Once inside the bloodstream, they disperse to specific organs and systems of which they work. The human body is absolutely amazing. Okay. So even if you don't feel like you have the knowledge to be using these oils or how exactly to apply them or which ones you should be putting in the diffuser, your body knows how to use them. So, say for example, you apply an oil that your body does not necessarily need right now, your body naturally expels it within 3 to 6 hours of you applying it. That's it. It's gone. Just like anything else that you take into your system, it just lets it go. However, if you're applying an oil that your body actually needs, so maybe boosting your immune system or helping you to fall asleep at night or helping relaxation, an essential oil has actually been found in the system for up to 14 hours after application. That's how our body holds on to it when it really truly needs it. So, again, like I said, our body loves these oils and knows exactly how and when to use them. So, don't worry. This is actually a lot easier than what you expect it to be. Okay, so enough with the scientific stuff, and let's get down to the oils. So I have a list here, and now this is not the end all be all list of oils that will help with sleep. I'm sure there are others out there. And like I said, for some people, certain oils may not call to them the same way. So I will use my son as an example. My oldest is 18, and one of his favorite oils is peppermint. Peppermint relaxes him. Now, peppermint is like a dose of caffeine to my veins. Okay. I love the stuff. It wakes me right up. If I'm super sleepy in the morning, I will literally put a couple drops in my shower and use it like a spa mister. And it is like, boing, brain is awake. I am like thinking, I'm going, we're good to go. For him, it's not like that. It helps him to relax and calm down. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how two different people can react to one particular oil. So some of the oils I want to talk about are, I know the first one, you have not just heard me mention it, but I am sure whenever you think of essential oils and sleep, it's the first one that's going to come up in your brain, and that is lavender. Lavender is an amazing oil. It's actually known as an adaptogen, which means that the oil will help adapt its focus towards what your needs are in that moment. So, just as an example, right now I am not tired. I am not ready for bed. I have no problem applying the lavender or smelling it. I love the smell of this oil. And it's not like I'm going to pass out while I'm doing this video. So, a lavender is great for relaxation, but it can also help with sleep. So, if you are tired and you apply some lavender, the lavender will help get you to a further state of relaxation to help you fall asleep. So when it comes to applying oils, you can apply them neat, or you can use a carrier oil to help spread them out or lessen their effects a little bit. So a carrier oil is any sort of fatty oil. So jojoba, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, any of those can be used for a carrier oil to help spread out an essential oil and have it go a little bit further, a little bit longer. It also slows down the absorption rate into your body. So like we were talking earlier, when you apply, they go immediately into your bloodstream. And maybe you want it to slow down a little bit because, say, for example, maybe the oil feels a little warm to your skin and you want to cool it down. That's where a carrier oil would be very, very helpful. If you're doing something like a relaxing massage, you definitely don't want to be dumping an entire bottle of lavender on yourself. That would be a real waste of really good oil. So I would use like a V6 oil, or again, like a jojoba or something like that. And then using just a couple of drops of the lavender to mix into it, to give it a nice scent, to help with that relaxation, and just basically let it do what it needs to do and get a nice massage out of it too. So that's lavender. The next one I'm going to mention is Lang Lang. Lang Lang is a beautiful floral scent. I know guys who are going to be watching this have sleep problems too. You're going to be like, oh, this is all just frou-frou girly stuff. It's really not. Trust me, not all these oils are even near floral. Some are downright not nice smelling. I will admit it. I use them because they work, not because they smell beautiful. But Lang Lang I do use because I love the scent of it. Lang Lang is great for balancing the hormones and emotions. So if your sleep is getting distressed because of maybe something that's going on in your life that's giving you some sort of turmoil, Lang Lang might be a good one to turn to for that. The next one, Roman chamomile. And because I don't use it that often, I sometimes have to smell this to kind of remember. See, now this is one of those scents that I would kind of call like a neutral. I wouldn't call it a female or a male scent. It's just kind of, oh, I'm going to put myself on the spot here. It's got an earthy plant scent to it, but again, not very floral, but it is a really nice scent. And again, it's another one that's great for relaxation and sleep. Cedarwood is a favorite of my oldest son's also when he likes to sleep. Woodsy scents I find are very, very popular with the guy group. I don't like it so much, but it is very relaxing. I will add this into my diffuser sometimes with a Lang Lang. So kind of getting that little bit of a balance between the two of them. Bergamot is an actual citrus oil, and this one I actually love just on its own. It smells really relaxing. Sometimes I'll even just diffuse this in a room that just needs like a little bit of a cleaning scent to it. Sometimes I'll put this in the bathroom. I love the smell in the bathroom. But just as a forewarning, because I will mention a couple other citrus oils can make your skin photosensitive. So I know we were talking about sleep, and obviously most people sleep at night. So you would be applying these oils before you go to bed, maybe at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And if you are super sensitive to the sun, you want to be careful about where you're applying oils, because some people will find that they burn easier after applying citrus oils. I do not find this problem, but I also don't apply them until late at night. Usually when I'm using them in that fashion, I do not apply them and then go right out into the sun. I think that's just kind of foolish if you know that, citrus oils can have that effect on you. So if you are worried about how your body will respond to photosensitive oils like citrus oils, I highly recommend applying essential oils to your feet. The bottom of your feet are not going to get exposed to the sun. It's a great avenue to apply oils because the feet are kind of like the sponges to the rest of the body. Everything comes in contact with your feet, actually gets absorbed up into your body. So it's a great way to apply oils, especially if you're not sure if you're going to be a little sensitive to maybe a warmer oil or anything like that. The feet have a lot more durability rather than sensitivity. So applying to the bottom of the feet, great place to start. So that's bergamot. Vetiver. I do not like the smell of this oil, but I know a lot of people who love this oil, and it is great for relaxing and calming just the brain and the soul and everything. It's actually a pretty thick oil. So one of the things that you'll find, some of these oils drip out really quickly, and other oils not so much. And this is one that goes really slow. So I highly recommend that if you're going to be using vetiver, you just kind of hold it in the palm of your hand. Maybe even put it in your pocket for a little while before you use it. It just kind of warms it up a little bit and allows for the drops to come out a little bit easier. So that's vetiver. Frankincense. It's so funny when I smell this oil, it immediately takes me back to church. I think it's from the incense that they used to use when I was little. But frankincense is exceptionally calming to the soul, very relaxing. I know someone who literally goes through a bottle this size every single month because she loves this oil so much and she uses it in so many different ways. And I know she uses it at bedtime as well. I personally actually use this oil and along with lemon for focus. So when I need to stay on task for something or need to get something done, or my kids are doing homework and they need something that helps them stay on task, I will put frankincense and lemon into the diffuser and it works wonders. But it's amazing for sleep as well. Now, some people think orange would not be an oil they would go to for sleep, but believe it or not, orange is actually a very relaxing scent. Our brains are incredible in the way that they process scents and connect them to certain things. And for whatever reason, orange is just one of those scents that relaxes us. It takes us to a place of calm and relaxation and serenity and helps you to get to sleep a little bit faster and into a nice deep sleep as well. So that's orange. Clary sage is an oil that I actually purchased because I was helping a friend who was going through. I like the smell. It's not too flowery, but it does have a slight, what I would call like a slight feminine scent. So I was saying I actually purchased this oil because I was a birthing coach for my friend, and clary sage was recommended to help with the birthing process. Here's the thing though, if you are pregnant, do not use this oil. It can help start labor. So you don't want to do that obviously until you are right near the end. And so if you are looking for a good night's sleep and you're pregnant, do not use clary sage. You can use any of the other ones. You could use any of the other ones that I mentioned. Look them up for yourself. You will see that they are very safe to use. But clary sage is one I would definitely warn off if you happen to be in that stage in your life. And congratulations if you are. That's fantastic. Okay, next one is marjoram. I don't use this oil too often. You can actually see it's one of the older bottles from Young Living. To me, it kind of smells a little savory. I like that though. It is a nice scent. I don't know why I don't use it more. I'll have to find more recipes to use it. Valerian is one of my ultimate favorite sleep oils, and I will tell people over and over and over again, it is the bomb.com when it comes to falling asleep, even when you don't want to. So I will not be opening this while we're doing this video because literally it will knock me out within the next hour. And I will tell you why I know this. So I'm on a program with Young Living called Essential Rewards, where I get a box of oils and supplements and other products that I use every single month. I change my order up depending on what I need. And every month I like to get a new oil and to add to my oil arsenal, kind of like what you see behind you there. And that way I always have whatever oil I particularly need or my family needs for whatever we're going through at that moment. So anyways, I had heard about valerian, heard it was a very good sleep oil. So my Essential Rewards box had come in the mail, and I've been really busy that day. I hadn't had a chance to open it up, and I was getting ready for my son's birthday party. And so that day I had actually purposely taken a nap in the middle of the day so that I could stay up later and clean after all my kids had gone to bed, because if you're a mom or dad for that matter, and you know it's so much easier to get stuff done when everyone else is out of your way. So I had taken like a 3-hour nap. I was good to go. I was planning to clean until at least probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. And my Essential Rewards box was sitting there. So I opened it up and looking through everything. And I'm like, oh, yeah, my lavender or, my stress away and all these oils and stuff that I had ordered, my Agiles for my knee and things like that. And I come across this new bottle of valerian and I'm like, oh, that's one of my new ones. I haven't smelled that yet. So of course I feel compelled that I have to smell every single new oil that comes to my home so I can experience it, know what it's like. And so I popped open this little bottle and I took a whiff and I'm like, I don't really care for that smell, but I'm going to take another smell because I always take two. And so I smelled it again and I'm like, yeah, not a big fan of that scent. Okay. Put the cap back on, put it into my cabinet, went about my time. I'm out doing dishes in my kitchen an hour later and I'm falling asleep on my feet. I'm not joking. I was wavering like this. Like I'm like, if I don't go to bed, I'm going to fall asleep on the floor. Like that's how powerful this particular oil is. So if you feel like no other oil is ever going to help you sleep, this is the one for you. I'm telling you, it's valerian. It's amazing. I do not diffuse this because again, like I said, I don't like the smell. I won't put it in my necklace. I don't want to be breathing it in, but when I need it, I literally keep this bottle right by my bed. I will pop it open. I will take a deep breath of it right before I lie down. And that's all I need to do. So this oil will last me a very long time, which I am thankful for. I mean, it is a great oil. Like I said, the smell is not to my liking. And that could be different too. Someone else could smell this oil and be like, "Oh, I love that. It's very woodsy. It's very this, that, or the other thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, not for me." Um, the one thing I will tell you though, with essential oils, like we were talking about, how they come into your system, they go out of your system as basically as nature intended, how your body is using them. And some people will be like, "Well, do you wake up feeling groggy or still sleepy?" I never do. That is something that I never experience with using essential oils when I'm sleeping. I have tried over the counter sleep medications before, and they have left me feeling very drowsy, very foggy, not being able to think clearly. I've also had ones that help me fall asleep, and then I wake up 2 hours later, like ding, like I'm awake and ready for the day when I really need more sleep. Um, for my experience, oils do not do that for me. I go to sleep and I stay asleep. I sleep great. I don't sleep too heavy that I don't hear things. So, like, if my kids need me or something like that, I'm able to wake up. That I love about oils is the fact that they don't hit me in such a way that I feel like I'm out of control. They are just helping my body do what it's supposed to do. My body's supposed to sleep at night. It is what it's supposed to do. My body needs to recharge those batteries. And I was denying my body that opportunity for so many years. So these oils are definitely a godsend for me and help me to just get better sleep and be better at just everything. Okay, so that was valerian, jasmine. Okay, so I love the smell of this oil. I could probably smell it like all day, every day. It's also like an aphrodisiac. It smells like lilacs to me, honestly. And I love it. I love, love, love this oil. Oh my gosh. Guys, seriously, you want to do something fantastic for your ladies? Get some massage oil, some V6, some jojoba, something real simple, and add a couple drops of jasmine to it. I am telling you, most amazing scent. So relaxing. It's very floral, but it's so beautiful. Oh, love it. Okay, so those were all single oils. And now we have some blends as well that help really well with sleep. So Stress Away, I talked about earlier. Now it's funny because Stress Away, I actually wear in this necklace every single day. It is one of my go-to oils that I just require to keep my mood in balance. Let's keep that, put it that way. But I love Stress Away. I will apply it to my skin. I will put it in a diffuser necklace. I'll put it in the diffuser right behind me. Love it, love it, love it. Stress Away is great. It has I always smell the vanilla and the lime with this. I do. I smell the vanilla and limes. To me, again, this is one of those scents that's definitely not like too girly. I think it's very even keeled, great for everyone. Just to kind of give you an idea of what's in each of the blends. So with Stress Away, we have balsam copaiba resin, vanilla extract, lime, cedarwood, ocotillo, lavender, I'm going to mispronounce this, caprylic, capri, triglycerides. And what that actually is, it's a form of coconut oil. It's just a cleaner form of it. Um, and that's everything that's in the, oh wait, is it in there? Or is that in the Tranquil? I apologize. All right, rewind. Stress Away has the balsam copaiba resin, the vanilla extract, the lime, the cedarwood, the ocotillo, and the lavender. That's it. That's the end of Stress Away. Okay, so it has a great scent. Love it. Use it all the time. Tranquil is the one with the caprylic, caprylic, triglycerides. That's the coconut oil. It also has lavender, cedarwood, and Roman chamomile. Are we seeing a trend with the relaxation oils? There's almost always going to be lavender in it. There's almost going to be cedarwood in it. They're very relaxing and calming oils, and Young Living knows this, and that's why they put them into the blends. Rutavala. So I mentioned Tranquil. Tranquil is the one I use every single night. Totally relaxing. Love it. Apply it to my chest. Out I go. Sweet dreams. Rutavala is like Tranquil's big brother. Okay, so if you need something a little bit more of a stronger effect on your body, this is the one you want to go with. And this has lavender, valerian. Remember I mentioned that one. Ruta oil and coconut oil. So almost all the blends that come into the roller bottles. And if you're not familiar with Young Living, so just to give you an idea, All Young Living oil bottles, except for the roller bottles, come with these little drip tops. So in the center is not actually the drip hole, that is the air hole. There's a teeny tiny little drip hole along this little reservoir, and that's where the oil comes from. So you can drip these right into a diffuser. You can drip them onto your skin, into a diffuser necklace, whatever the case might be. The roller bottles, however, automatically come with a roller top. So you can immediately apply them to the skin wherever you happen to want to. So I'm not applying this because, again, I'll be asleep soon. So Rudavella and Tranquil both come in the roller bottles. I had actually gotten the whole set of roller bottles that include things like Thieves and Deep Relief, which is amazing for muscles, and the Thieves is great for the immune system. And I'm trying to think, I know there was one more. Oh, Valor. We are going to talk about Valor, by the way. So yeah, Rudavella, Tranquil's big brother, is very similar in constituents. I just find to be a little bit stronger. So, say for example, if I mistakenly take a nap during the day and I'm not tired at nighttime, I might go to the Rudavella rather than the Tranquil that night. So that's pretty much the difference I see in those. And also personal preference. Again, you might like the smell of one over another, and you might want to use that one instead. Dreamcatcher, great blend. This one has a whole list, so let's go through it. Lavender, valerian, root. Nope, sorry. I'm reading my wrong list. I apologize. Start over. Dreamcatcher, sandalwood, tangerine, lang lang, pepper, bergamot, anise, juniper, geranium, blue cypress, divana, jasmine, blue tansy, rose, great oil, grapefruit, spearmint, lemon, and ocotillo. Whew, all that in this teeny tiny little bottle. I will tell you, my sons love this particular oil. They diffuse this one in the Owl a lot. It's one of their favorites. Definitely helps them to fall asleep and relax. So those are all the oils I wanted to kind of like touch on today. One last one, and it's not necessarily what you would necessarily call a sleep oil. And I said necessary twice there, sorry. But it does help certain scenarios when it comes to sleep, and that's Valor. Valor, I actually use this oil for confidence. When I used to teach classes, when I first began teaching classes, I was paranoid to no end. I could never do something like this without this. And actually, I didn't put any on today. I can smell it all right now. Love this oil. So I use this when I fly in a plane, when I'm in extreme heights because I have a terrible fear of heights. Whenever I'm doing anything that's outside of my comfort zone, I go to Valor. And you're probably thinking, okay, Nikki, why would you be mentioning Valor when it comes to sleep? Because Valor helps with snoring. It does. So if you happen to love someone who makes a lot of noise when they're sleeping, like I do, put a little of this right on the bottom of their big foot. So imagine this is their foot. Okay, this is their big toe. I said big foot, didn't I? Big toe right here. My son's laughing at me now because I'm misspeaking. Put a little Valor right here on the big toe, on both of them actually, and that will help with the snoring. It helps open the breathing passages and does amazing things, and it smells great too. So anything smelling great going on to someone's feet, not a bad thing. So that is what I wanted to share with you today about oils. I hope that it has helped you some. I'm trying to think quick questions that people so often ask me. How do I know how much oil to put into a diffuser? Okay, that's a great question because it comes up so often, and you want to use enough that it's effective, but you also don't want to use so much that you're wasting your money. And I am a big frugal person, so I want to make sure I'm never wasting my money. I always say a drop per hour. So find out how long your diffuser runs for. That diffuser behind me runs about 10 hours. And so I will put probably about 8 to 10 drops in it. 1 drop per hour. It's plenty. Anything more than that, you really are just wasting your oils because you're not going to get any extra strength from it. You're not going to get anything extra from it. You're just pouring away your oils. And oils are not cheap. Cheap oils are never good, and good oils are never cheap. Okay. That's something to always know. That's why I told you in the beginning, please don't ever go to some drugstore, some box store and buy your oils from there. You are going to find those oils are adulterated or watered down, and they could have things in there that you are not going to be happy with having exposed to your skin or your body in any way, shape, or form. Your skin is your biggest organ. You do not want to be throwing on cheap oils that have things like formaldehyde or alcohol or any other number of scary ingredients that they could be throwing in there to stretch out an oil and make more money for their pockets instead of worrying about your wellness. So that is one of the reasons that I use Young Living. I have been to their farm twice now. I have seen the process from the seed to seal, from the moment the seed goes in the ground to the moment the seal goes in the bottle. Nothing touches these oils. So they are not stretched out. They're not adulterated. They're not watered down. When I mention things like the coconut oil in those blends, it is actually intended to make these more fluid to roll on because they are in roller bottles. When I make my own personal roller bottles, I do the same thing. I add in a carrier oil to stretch them out a little bit. It's the same thing. When you're buying an oil like this, there's no carrier oil. Seriously, like nothing. Jasmine, when you open this bottle, that's all you get is jasmine. And you will notice when you smell these, if you haven't before, when you smell Young Living oil, you smell the oil. You do not smell any sort of additives. You don't have any aftertaste to it. I have smelled another competitor's oils before. I'm not going to mention the name of the company, but every single oil I smelled of theirs had a hint of an alcohol taste in the back of my throat after smelling them. I smelled 7 oils and every single one of them I got that same hint off of. Now that company swears that they don't add anything into their oils, but if they're using alcohol to distill the oils from the plants, you can't get that alcohol back out. That's now part of the oil. Young Living doesn't do that. They use steam distilled, they use cold press for the rinds, and they use one other kind of method that I just can't remember right now. But it's natural and it's good for our bodies and it's just what it's for. So, all right, getting off that soapbox. But Young Living is the only company that I would trust these oils to my family, to my dogs, to my cats. Honestly, I would never use anything else in my home because I know that these are safe and healthy for my family, from the tallest to the smallest and everyone in between. So, if you ever have any questions in regards to any of the oils that I have mentioned today, please feel free to leave a comment on here or send a message through YouTube. You can find me on Facebook at Nicole Dunn Crop, or you can find me on Instagram at Oily Mama K. If you are interested in starting your journey to wellness and want to get started with Young Living, please, if you don't have a friend or family who is into oils, I will be your friend. I have an amazing group of supporters with me, 500 strong, that we work together on educating our friends and helping them to use the oil safely and to increase their wellness and happiness in life. So please, I will leave my link in the comments for, or the setup for this video, so that you can find me if you need me. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day and a great night's sleep. Bye.